Three for the Money is brought to you by the Trend Center app. This is the best tool for sports betting research. The Trend Center app, you can test betting systems from the past 20 years, explore thousands of existing trends and systems from top betting experts, choose from hundreds of filters to test different systems for each sport. Save these trends and get notified when their systems have games. Download the app and use our code TFTM for 15% off a premium membership after a 2-day free trial. Okay. We're here. We're back. It's Three for the Money. New episode every Thursday per usual. Brought to you by the Trend Center app, the greatest tool for sports bettors on the planet. And they're a fantastic sponsor, and we love working with them. But yes, it is week 6 of the NFL. Week 5 is over. Now we move on to week 6. The Titans are off a bye, so now we can watch football again. Yippee. Anyway, Chris, how did you do last week?
I did all right. After 2 straight weeks going 6-4, I went 4-6. So, whatever. Won my surefire, so that was nice. Won 3 of those in a row, so getting a little hot. But, nothing special. It looked like it was going to be really bad. I was like 2-5 on Sunday, or 2-5 in the noon slate, I should say. And I was like, uh-oh, this is going to be bad. But it ended up not being awful. So 4-6, we'll live with it. On to week 6.
Oh, yes. Sean, what about you?
I went about as okay as you can. I went 7, 7, and 1. So
We'll live with that.
very cool.
For a second there, I thought you were going to say 7, 7, and 7, which would have been crazy.
7 pushes.
21 bets.
You're lucky to get
pushes.
7 pushes. You're lucky to get 1, I feel like.
Yes.
That one push being the Jags -3, man, they had that in the bag. But the winning streak still continues, and I pushed, so it's okay, I guess.
Man, sorry, one thing real quick, Will. Fuck the Jags. I had 3.5. So.
Oh.
Fuck them. Sorry.
Well,
continue.
It's okay. I also had the Jags, and they pushed for me. So sorry. I mean, I'm just saying.
Good for you.
I ended up going 5, 3, and 1, winning my surefire as well. And so had a pretty good little week here. I think at one point I was 1-3, and then I ended up winning my next 4, which was sick. So yeah, not a bad week. Fortunately, I didn't really get to watch a lot of football, really any. This past weekend, me and Sean were in Colorado for a wedding. But yeah, Titans were on a bye, and it didn't matter. So, all right, on to week 6. Okay, first game we're gonna talk about, the London game. The Jacksonville Jaguars are playing the Chicago Bears, and the Bears are favored by 2 currently. I don't know if they're already there yet. I would hope so. But yeah, I am going to start this one off. This is an easy Jags +2 pick. I mean, there's this Bears are looking pretty good, but this is a home game. This is a home game for the Jags, and they're home. They're dogs.
Well,
it is not.
Not technically.
Not technically, but like they've claimed London is what I'm saying.
Oh, I thought you meant like the way that they're structuring the game, because technically the Jags are away, and the Bears are the home team.
No, this is technically a home game for the Jags because the Jags have claimed London, or London has claimed the Jags. Either way, I'm taking Jags +2. Keep it simple. Sean, what do you got?
I have the opposite. I have the Bears -1.5. I'm just gonna say it. I hate that I am, but I think the Bears are starting to figure it out. And I really like the Bears in this spot. New kid on the block, first international game going up against the unofficial yet official London team. But I think the defense is what mostly motivates me to bet on the Bears. The Jags defense is terrible. It's so bad. Bears have stacked up some yardage over the past 3 games, and the Bears defense is superior to the Jags offense. So that is mainly why I'm taking the Bears -1.5 here. Chris?
I agree with everything you said, Sean. I got Bears -2. Um, they're like you said, their defense is this is probably the best defense the Jags have played all season. Um, Colts didn't get after him whatsoever. I don't think I Trevor Lawrence could have smoked a cigarette back there. He had so much time. He's not going to have any time in this one. He's going to be running for his life. Yeah, I think the Bears. I mean, honestly, offensively too are better. Their offensive line sucks. Other than that, they have everything else is pretty much better. So I think the Bears are a better team. So yeah, Bears -2.
Okay, moving on. Regular games. Cardinals at the Packers. Packers are favored by 5.5. Um, Jordan Love with an absolute bozo play last week. Um, just immediately throwing just tossing it to a defender for a pick six. Um, but yeah, Packers are favored by 5.5. I'm gonna throw it to Chris. What do you think?
I'm taking the Cardinals, and I got a little stat for you. Kyler Murray, in his career as an underdog of 4+ points, is 13-6-2 against the spread. If that sounds familiar, I gave it out last week when it was 12-6-2 against the spread, and the Cardinals covered and won outright. So I'm taking Cardinals +5.5. Yeah, Jordan Love, man, Packers were my surefire last week, and when he threw that interception, I was like, this guy is terrible. I was like, that was a Will Levis play, and that was oh, I was livid, but they ended up covering. But I'm riding with the Cardinals again, +5.5. I don't know, just I feel like the Cardinals are spunky. They'll keep it within the number. I don't know if they'll win outright, but they'll keep it within the number. No real more in-depth analysis on that. But Sean, what do you got?
I've got the Packers -5,
All
and
right.
I think the Cardinals are kind of due for a blowout, to be honest. I think they got pretty lucky in San Fran on Sunday. This is how the game went down towards the end. Interception, turnover on downs, fumble, another interception to set up the kick to win the game. Um, Cardinals have to travel to Lambeau for a noon kickoff game. One, they play indoors, and two, they play in Arizona. This is not going to be the same weather that they're used to in Green Bay. It's going to be a little cold. I looked up the weather. It's going to be a little rainy as well. And on top of the weather conditions, the Cardinals defense is terrible. They rank 32nd. They have the worst defense in the league. So I personally think the spread should be a little higher, but I will gladly take the Packers -5 here. Will, what you got?
I also have the Cardinals. I am riding with the Birds. +5.5. Um, it just this feels like a flip flop play. Like, of course, like the Packers can beat the shit Cardinals by 6. So that's why you take the Cardinals. I think the Packers have, outside of the Titans game, they really haven't put a lot of their opponents away, and they've kind of let them kind of either come back or kind of hang around, wait to the last minute. And I mean, they barely covered against the shitbag Rams. Like I, I'm taking the Cardinals. I think Kyler Murray is definitely going to throw an interception, but I think Jordan Love might throw 2 interceptions. It's he's also interception happy. I don't know. I'm taking the points here. Um, But yeah, that's that game. All right, so next game we have the Washington Manders playing the Ravens. Ravens at home. Ravens favored by 6.5 points. Sean, what do you think about this game?
Um, give me points. I am addicted to betting both of these teams overs. Both of these teams are averaging over 29 points per game, as well as averaging over 54 total points per game. Both teams are 4-1 on the over this season and have hit over 40, or I'm sorry, have hit over 52 and a half in their last two of their last three. Second highest total this weekend. I love this over 41 and over 51 and a half. I cannot get enough of this over. This was like the easiest play to me this week was this over. I can't wait to watch this game. Will, what you got?
I also have the over
Oh,
51 and a half. What'd you say?
I
Yeah,
said,
thank
thank
God.
God.
I thought you said, "Oh fuck."
Yeah, I thought you said, oh, fuck.
No, I said, well, like y'all have been, I feel like we've been flip-flopping a lot. We haven't been agreeing, which is okay, but it makes me feel, I'm like, oh no, am I making the wrong decision?
Oh no, am I stupid? I always feel that. But no, I'm taking the over. Um, it both of these teams have just been putting up massive numbers. The Commanders' defense stinks, and the Ravens' defense is, I don't know, it's mid. It's not nothing to write home about. It's fine. Um, and I think, um, fuck, who's the quarterback for the Manders?
Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels. He's figuring it out. He looks great. Um, so I'm taking the points here. I'm taking the over 51 and a half points. Um, I'm just, some simple as that. Chris,
Yeah, 3 for 3, over 51 and a half. This feels like as square as a bet could possibly be. I don't care. I want this game to rock. I'm pissed that I'm going to have to watch the shitbag Titans instead of this game. Um, it's everything you've just said. The Commanders' defense is atrocious. The two of the three teams they've played that have a real quarterback, they've allowed 30 plus points. The Ravens could get 50 or not 50, could get 40 again in this week. Yeah, over. I just want to rock. So simple as that.
hell yes. Okay, next game, probably the game of the week because it's the Cowboys. What's up?
Manders Ravens, they should have flexed that Sunday Night Football.
I mean, you can't do it.
I
You
know you
can't flex
can't.
that early.
I know.
I agree. I agree. I agree.
Why can't you? Like we
The
get two
it's
Is it the
dog
law?
shit teams
it's the
on.
way the world works. It's the way that the
It should.
televisions decide that it works.
It would benefit the television companies to have this game instead because nobody cares about. We'll get into it, but nobody cares about the Sunday night game this week. This should be Sunday Night Football.
I don't even know who gave them this Sunday night game, if I'm being real. I mean, who looked at this slate and was like, that game, that game's gonna rock.
Anyway,
But yeah, anyways.
It's okay.
Lions.
Lions at the Cowboys. Cowboys home dogs by 3 points. I got to be honest. I don't really have a play for this game. It has kerfuffled me. It put my brain in a pretzel. So I was hoping I could look towards the peanut gallery to maybe guide my decision here. Chris,
Well, I'll try to guide you. This was probably my second favorite play of the week, and it's Lions -3. They're better almost at every position. They are better in the trenches where this game will be decided. They have one of the best offensive lines going up against one of the worst defensive lines. They're going to run the ball down Dallas's dick. They're going to hold on to the football. They're going to score points, and Dallas can't do anything. Like their offense, other than CeeDee Lamb, has nobody. So it seems easy, but maybe it's because it is easy. It's Lions -3. This one, it won't get ugly because the Cowboys always find a way, I feel like, to hang around like they did on Sunday night when they really had no business winning that game. Yeah, Lions -3, though. I think they win this handily. Sean, what are you taking?
100% agree. Lions -3. This spread to me doesn't make sense. Why are the Dallas Cowboys home dogs by 3 points? And you might think, but let's take the Cowboys. No, the Cowboys barely scraped by Pittsburgh in a tough, delayed Sunday night game. They now come home to face a well-rested Lions team coming off a bye week. Detroit may have been not like their best in their first 4 games, but they have way more offensive weapons than the Cowboys do. And the Cowboys defense is struggling, like missing key players and getting dominated on the run game. Like you said, Chris, on offense, Dallas doesn't offer much outside of the Dak to CD connection. Lions defense has the ability to pressure the quarterback with Aiden Hutchinson leading the league in sacks. Don't overthink it. It's Lions -3.
Okay. I'll take Lions. I'll take Lions -2. It felt too easy, but if y'all are taking it, all right.
All right.
I can't bet the Cowboys. I just can't do it. And I thought that even before y'all's explanations, but it was just like I'm fighting with myself here. Anyway, okay, moving on. Sunday Night Football. This game kind of stinks. Bengals at the Giants. Giants are home dogs by 3.5 points. I guess I'll lead this one off. There's a little phrase that we coined here on the show, and that's Danny Dimes is afraid of the dark. He has a horrible against the spread record in primetime games, especially when they're after 6 p.m. I will be taking the Bengals -3.5. The Bengals, if they want any chance of doing anything, maybe making the postseason, they have to win this game. They have to be better. More than 4 points better? Yes. I'm taking the Bengals. -4. Not -3.5. Jesus Christ, Will. John?
Yeah, Bengals -3.5. Daniel Jones is afraid of the dark. That's what I wrote down. 1-12 straight up on prime time, and 1-4 against the spread at home on prime time. Only thing that might be a little bit of concern to me is the Bengals defense. They are struggling.
Yeah, they're bad.
They just continue to struggle, and they're just not getting any better. So I'm hoping Burrow has another almost 400-yard, 5 TD performance in him. But yeah, it's going to be Bengals -3.5 either way. Chris?
3 for 3 again. That's the first thing I had written down. Danny Dimes is afraid of the dark. Yeah, I agree with you, Sean. Though the one thing that gave me a little pause was the Bengals defense. I mean, struggling is putting it politely. They fucking suck. I mean, this is the worst Bengals defense I think I've seen since Joe Burrow has been there. I mean, they're awful, but the Giants aren't good. I don't like. Yeah, they beat. Who they beat? Did they win last week? Seahawks. Was it?
I think it was the Seahawks.
Yeah, I don't buy it. Malik Neighbors, I think, has a concussion, so he's questionable. Yeah, the Bengals, you said it, Will. Also, like, they need, like, the Giants don't care. The Giants weren't trying to win this season. The Bengals need this game. If
This is a kitchen sink game
if they lose
for the
this, their
Bengals.
season
Yeah.
is over, like more
Yeah.
so than it already is. But then I haven't gone to the trend center much this episode, so we'll go with this one. Joe Burrow in his career on the road versus teams with a less than 33% win percentage on the season. Where is it? Crap. 31, 11, and 2 against the spread. Give me Joe Burrow. It's Joe Burrow against Daniel Jones.
What are we doing?
Like, yeah, what? Like, come on, 3.5.
Come on.
If the Bengals defense had some sort of a backbone, this spread would be at least 5.5 or 6.
Yes. Yes.
100%.
100%. Okay. 3 for 3 again. Okay, moving on. Last game we're really gonna dive into here. Monday Night Football. Bills at the Jets. Jets just fired their head coach, Robert Salah. The Jets are home dogs by 2.5. Let's see. Chris, what do you think?
All right. Um, Under 41.5. Both these offenses are not, they don't look good. I mean, the Jets, their offense is just like Nathaniel Hackett, how he still has a job in the NFL is mind boggling. This is how bad he is. Robert Salah wanted to give the play calling duties to Todd Downing.
Boo.
That would have
Yeah,
been hilarious, though.
Boo.
That would have
that would have
been
been
really funny.
so fun. And it could still happen if, like, if what's Hackett lays another egg on Monday Night Football, it could very well happen. But yeah, I mean, the Jets' offense is atrocious. We know that. The Bills' offense, I mean, last couple weeks looks lost. I
Yes.
mean, I watched that Houston game, and I mean, I know Khalil Shakir is hurt. I don't know if I think he's still questionable for this one. I mean, he's not really that good. No offense, like he's not like a number one, like a top echelon receiver, and they just look lost without him. So I mean, if they can't put up points against the Texans, I don't think they're going to put up points against the Jets, who have a good defense. I think this game, much like Sunday night, is going to suck. So give me under 41.5. Will, what are you taking?
I am also on the under.
Shocker.
I yeah, I mean, yeah. Um but this game also had me in a little bit of a pretzel again because, I was like, should I take the Jets because they just got a new coach? Maybe some new coach magic, something like that. Then I was like, but it's the Jets stink and like I'm like, oh, they're gonna take the Bills, and then I'm like, but the Bills haven't looked great either. Like I couldn't pick a side. So did the old default under. Let's go. 41. It's just kind of, keeping it simple. I'm already counting this as a win. I feel like I feel like Monday Night Football has kind of been not great for for this year. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look. But um I feel like these unders have been just cashing in prime time. Um so yeah, under 41. Sean?
All right. This is a pure new coach bounce back play. It's Jets plus 2.5. And I found some stats to back me up on this. NFL teams that have fired their coach mid-season have seen a 14% increase in win rate the first week after firing a head coach and covering the spread 18% more the first week and 54% of the time after firing. Um, the Bills do like to beat up on bad teams, but bad teams have bad defenses. Uh, while the Jets are only 2-3, their defense is still putting up numbers. I found some numbers, but they don't really make sense, and they're really long to list because they're all a bunch of stats. But
I believe you.
I also believe in Mr. Monday Night Football, Aaron Rodgers himself. He is 10-1 against the spread on Monday night since 2014. Even though his last two Monday Night Football starts have not gone exactly to plan, being his Achilles tear and the 49ers loss. In short, goodbye, Salah. Thanks for the dub.
All right. I
if
respect it.
if Nathaniel Hackett also got fired, I would be betting the Jets, but I can't bet on a team that where he leads the offense. Like
I mean,
I get exactly what you're saying. If I was going to pick a side, it would be the Jets, but I couldn't do it.
I feel you. I'll probably play the under as well because it's Monday night. It's whatever. But yeah, let's see. Let's see if this works out.
Only one way to find out.
That's a hell of a way to sell it. Let,
Yeah,
let's see what happens.
why not?
Let's put money on something and see what happens. Okay, moving on. Um, okay, surefire picks of the week, double unit guarantee not to lose. Moving on. Who wants to go for Sean? You do your surefire first.
All right. It's a game that we've already talked about, but I went back and checked the tapes, and I have hit my last three surefire picks in a row as well.
Let's
So
go.
don't sleep on this one. It's the Lions -3. Like I said, the spread doesn't really make sense. I don't get it. We talked about before this, I think week two it was, where the before the Saints game, that the Cowboys were the pinnacle of home teams last year and terrible on the road. Well, it seems the opposite is happening, where they are undefeated on the road and have not won at home yet. So let's keep this streak going. I also got a couple stats to share. The Lions are 19-9 against the spread on the road under Dan Campbell, as well as 10-2 against the spread when the Lions have more days of rest than their opponent. It's also worthy to note that our friends at Trend Center have 15 trends for this game, nine being in favor for the Lions, and four being in favor of the under, leaving only two in favor of the Cowboys. So it looks like numbers and science don't have faith in the Cowboys, and you shouldn't either. Lions -3. Chris, what you got?
I love that. I'm taking another -3 spread, but I'm taking the Chargers -3 against the Denver Broncos. Broncos been getting a lot of love in the media last couple weeks. And like, oh, they're not as bad as we thought. Like they're sneaky good. Bo Nix, Sean Payton putting it together. Not buying it. I think Sean Payton is one of the most overrated coaches in football right now. I think Bo Nix blows. Um, I I just don't buy it. I think they last 2 weeks they easily could have lost to the Jets. If that game was not played in a monsoon, they would have lost. And they beat the Raiders, who are falling apart at the seams. Congratulations. I I don't buy what they're selling. I'm not scooping what they're pooping, as the kids say. I think Harbaugh and the Chargers, they got a week of rest. I think Harbaugh's going to cook up something that's going to put Bo Nix's mind in a blender. Also, a trend to back it up from Trend Center. Let's see. Road favorites coming off of a bye, whose last game before the bye was at home. 41, 16, and 3 against the spread. Give me the Chargers all day long. They win this game comfortably. So yeah, let's make it four in a row with these things. Will, what are you taking?
I loved both of your spiels. I also checked the tape. For me, uh, I lost my previous two surefires before this week, so I am not on a roll. But that doesn't mean we can't start one. Uh, it's a game we've already talked about. It's the Bengals. It's the Bengals -3.5. They need this win. They need it. They need it bad. They need it like air. And I'm taking the Bengals. Um, I have no stats to back this up. This is kind of like a almost like a hungry dog runs faster, but they're not underdogs. They're favored, but they're right to be favored. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this.
They
It's the
need it more.
Bengals.
They
Yeah,
need
they
it
need
more.
it more. They have actual aspirations for the season, and that's it. I'm keeping it simple. Um, all right, moving on from the surefire picks, we have our extra plays. We have our extra plays for the week. Um, I'm gonna start off this one. I have three extra plays. One that I could not resist, even though everything in my brain was telling me not to. It's the Saints +3.5. They're home dogs. They're playing the Bucks. This is a divisional home dog. The numbers just say take them. And I yes, Christopher.
You know who's starting a quarterback for the Saints, right?
No, not a
No,
clue.
Spencer Rattler.
You know, Derek Carr is out for like multiple weeks.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is a betting show, Will. You should know
Well,
those
we didn't
things.
watch football last week. All right. We're gonna scratch that play.
I
We're
mean,
not
I'd
gonna
still
take it.
kind of like it if I'm being honest, because why the hell is that 3.5?
All right, fuck it. I'll take it.
I'll
Whatever.
take it if you take it.
I'm taking it.
Add it to my card. Where's my pen?
Uh, that I mean, that was it. I mean, for that one. But home divisional dog. Let's go. Crazy shit happens in divisional games. Next game. Oh, I mean, my next two games. They stink, and I think you know what they are, Chris.
I I got a hunch.
I know what one of them is, and I think I know what the other one is.
I think I know what both of them are, and I think I have them both written down on my card as well.
I
All
know
right.
I've got one of them written down. What's
All
the
right.
under, Will?
It's Chargers Broncos under 35 and a half, and Steelers Raiders under 36 and a half.
Okay.
Uh those games are gonna stink. Um I think maybe the Raiders might stink too bad and the Steelers take advantage of that. But it's also a Steelers under, and even though it's lost a couple of times, I think I vowed for every game this year I will that the Steelers play, I will be taking the under. They're one of my under teams. I'm taking
Not a
them.
bad strategy.
Yeah. It's worked out so far. I think it's like 3-2, something like that. It's
I know
I've
Monday or Sunday went over, but I think
Just
my
barely.
yeah, say it was 40 something, wasn't it?
Well, they won 20-17.
2017. That was right. I thought it was 21-20
No,
for
the under did
total.
hit. The
Oh, it
under
did?
did hit. Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I don't know anything.
yeah, it was the under's 44 last week.
Oh, I thought it was a different score. So my bad.
Oh, good. Yes, I think the Steelers could take advantage of the Raiders, but also I think I'm just going to take every Steelers under. I think that's the move. I think that's the play. And I think the Chargers defense is pretty good, and I also think the Broncos defense is pretty good. Both offenses are kind of off. I don't know how to put it. They haven't really quite figured it out yet. Um, the Chargers aren't really a throwing offense anymore. Now that they have Harbaugh here and there. Um, and then the Broncos, people are saying that they figured it out. I don't think they are figuring it out. Uh, Under 35 and a half and under 36 and a half. Those are my three plays. Good, Chris.
All right. Well, all three of mine are pretty stinky. Well, I guess four. Now that I added Saints plus 3.5. That line makes no sense. Why are the Bucks only favored by 3.5? Explain that to me.
I can't.
Exactly.
I
Saints
didn't
plus
watch
three.
football last week, so
I mean, Saints plus 3.5 all day. Maybe not all day, but I'm taking it. Um, I got Steelers minus 3. I think they are just too much for the Raiders are done. Um, that nobody wants to play there. Gardner Minshew is terrible. I think the Steelers. I don't want to say win it comfortably, just because I don't think they really have the offense to do it, but they'll win this game by like 10, 7 or 10. Then stinky under Texans Patriots under 38. The Drake May era is beginning, and I don't think he's very good. If the Texans can hold Josh Allen in check, I think I think they'll be okay against Drake May. And the Texans offense on the road under CJ Stroud only averaging 19 points a game. So I think this game is going to suck. I think this is at most 20-13, and that's being generous. And then I thought you were going to go with this one, but when you said you had stinky plays, the Carolina Panthers plus six
Ugh.
and a half against the Falcons. Falcons haven't won a game by more than 6 all season. So I know it's the Panthers. Panthers might sneaky be not awful. They're not good, but they're not as terrible. Ever since they benched Bryce Young, it's like, okay, they have some sort of identity at
They
least.
have a pulse.
Yeah. So, yeah, like I said, Falcons haven't won a game by more than 6 all season. So laying 6.5 on the road in the division, a little too tough for me. Uh, I hate that I wrote the Panthers down, but yeah, Panthers plus 6.5. That's all I got. So, Sean, what else you got?
All right, yeah, let's start off with some NFC South matchups. Unlike you, Chris, I had the Falcons -6. Kirk may be back. He may be back. Panthers still pretty bad. It's also really weird that they gave the Panthers a 3:30 home start time. That doesn't sit right with me. So I'm gonna fade him. I don't like that. I don't like that they have an afternoon game.
Yeah, they're not an afternoon time
That's
zone.
not an afternoon matchup at all. This is like barely a Thursday night matchup at best. I'll just say that. But yeah, Falcon -6. I've also got the Bucks Saints over 41.5. I think this game has the potential to be the best game you won't watch. Spencer Rattler is starting in his first game. Uh, Bucks have gotten some rest after playing last Thursday. Bucks defense is very hit or miss. So let's have some fun. It's week 6. There's only so many NFL games left. So let's bet some points. Then I've got the Texans -7. Houston Texans are 4-1. That's really hard to like grasp because of how like close these games have been. They are 4-0 in one score games, but yeah, their only loss being to that blowout in Minnesota. But none of that really matters because they're facing the Patriots, and they're probably the worst team in the NFL. And the Patriots rank 31st in EPA, 28th on offense and 21st on defense. All around, the Patriots are just bad. So give me the Texans -7 all day. And like we said, Chargers Broncos under 35.5. Like I said before, I'm addicted to betting Manders, Ravens overs. I'm just as addicted to betting Chargers unders. They are 4-0 on unders this season. They have yet to hit an over. Both defenses are first and second in terms of points allowed, and neither offense is averaging more than 19 points per game. This game is going to be gross. I can't wait. This game will be disgusting. But that's it. I think that's all I have. Yep, that's all I have.
Hell yeah. Cool. Well, that's the slate. Um, and we didn't even talk about the Titans. Wow. That'll be an
I
interesting
mean,
game.
I mean, what? That game's probably going to suck.
Yeah. Game's probably not going to be fun.
No, it's not going to be fun because it's the Tennessee Titans. Even when they win, it's the most painstaking thing ever.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll move on then. Um, well,
and
what are some?
do you have a Titans play, Will?
No,
Okay.
I don't.
What are we
I don't
doing?
think I
What are we
should.
talking about?
I don't know. I just, we're Titans fans. Talk about something. I don't know.
Okay, Will Levis or Mason Rudolph?
I
Who's going to
mean,
start this week?
It's Will Levis.
Okay.
It will be Will Levis.
Who should start this week?
Will Levis.
Okay, yeah. All right. Well,
Okay, but here,
that was talking Titans.
okay, well,
all right.
okay, if you want to talk Titans, we can talk Titans. But
I mean,
here's the thing. Would you guys rather have the third pick overall or the eighth pick overall? because either way, you're not going to be very good with either quarterback, but you're going to be a little bit worse and have a better draft spot with one of them.
No, you're 100%
Yeah.
right.
And he could figure it out.
He
Probably
could figure
not.
it out. It could be a win-win scenario, you know?
Yeah. He could figure it out. Probably not, but he could. Who knows? Only God knows. Um, yeah, okay, that was talking Titans.
No
Moving
more to
on.
add to that?
I don't.
I mean,
I
not
mean,
really.
that's kind of what I thought. I mean, it's just kind of like what is benching Will Levis get us?
Nothing. It gets
Exactly.
us literally nothing. We're not paying him anything. He's a second round pick. He's not getting first round money. So just let him go out there and get hurt like he does and let him figure it out. Maybe it'll work out. Maybe it won't.
Yeah. Anyway, hockey's back. Um, started last week in Europe. And then now the regular NHL is back. Yesterday. Um, been kind of slowly trying to get back into that. I bet on the Kraken. That did not work out.
Kraken
Uh,
suck.
yeah,
I also bet on the Kraken. That was rough.
yeah, and I was very, very tempted to take that over that you took last night, Chris, but I didn't end up doing it.
Whew. That was a sweat. Two
Yeah,
empty netters in the last minute.
I actually saw the recap. The last one was not an empty netter.
Oh, it wasn't? I had turned it off. I just assumed it was an empty netter.
No, it was
Okay, well, then what happened?
they they scored on the goalie after they put the goalie back in.
I'm gonna have to see. I'm gonna have to find that then. That's awesome. I turned it off. Like I think the start of the third period, I just went to bed. I was like, this ain't hitting. Whatever. So I got a notification that got they pushed. It was 4-2. I was like, you know what? I'll take that. Whatever. And then yeah, like 10 seconds later, they scored again. So I just assumed it was two empty netters. But let's go. I need to find that footage then. That's awesome.
Yeah. Um, and then the games today. I don't know. It feels so weird betting like a like either side like this early in the season because it's very much like any either team can win. Obviously one team is better than the other, but it just seems like I don't know. It's any given day of hockey, whatever. Um, and then I'm normally like a hockey over under guy, but it's so weird trying to get a read on that when there hasn't been any games played. So it's like, eh. But I ended up taking the Avalanche tonight. I think MGM gave me a profit boost for a hockey pick, so I picked the Avalanche. So it was pretty much even money um,
Who are they
before the
playing?
boost. Vegas,
Interesting.
and we stole Jonathan Marchismo, so
That's true.
we they're worse probably, hopefully, and
Has the
the
line on our game come out yet? Tomorrow or today? I guess when this airs. But
surely it has.
I'm just wondering.
I haven't looked. I think we're like favored 1-1-0. No, wait. We're underdogs minus 105 and
Huh?
Yeah,
Dallas is
interesting.
minus
Minus
115.
115. Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, Dallas is probably the Predators' biggest op this season.
Yeah. That's I mean it's either them or the Avalanche that's going to lead the division. And so,
Or us.
yeah, or us.
I was gonna say what the hell.
I don't know, man. I'm just a Tennessee sports fan.
It's fair.
I'm used to pain. But anyway,
Yes. Yes.
and then I
I know
took
nothing else.
the Trend Center had like the first five of their trends for NHL today were all the Canucks, but the Canucks money line was minus 210. I was like, well,
Ugh.
that's too. That's not worth it. And so I had a free bet and I put it on the Canucks minus 1.5. So we'll see what happens there. That'll be I think it's like plus 125, something like that. So that's what I'm doing. Anything else to add, fellas?
Where's Devontae Adams getting traded to?
Probably the
Uh,
Jets or Ravens.
Yeah.
Ravens is gonna suck for me, being a Zay Flowers fantasy owner.
I
Because
mean,
he
the
already
Jets.
he already throws it to Rashad Bateman way too much. But
I
The
think there could be
Jets,
a
like, the Jets have guys already. Like, they're not amazing, but they have their wide receivers set. The Ravens don't really have anyone. They have Zay Flowers and Bateman's fine, but yeah, other than that, unfortunately, yeah, the Ravens probably do make the most sense.
I heard a theory that if the Chiefs could grab Devontae Adams, I mean the Chiefs are kind of what?
just the
That's what
fucking
all they
Chiefs.
need. It's all they
Yeah.
need. It's just
I'm
one
just saying
more weapon to get over the hump.
I'm
I'm
just
not
saying
like
like
scoffing at you.
No, I'm scoffing at that. Just
yeah.
fuck that.
Yeah. I mean, when you think about the teams that are in win now mode that can give up like a second and like maybe a third or like a fourth or something, because that's
I
what they're
mean,
looking for a second and like, you know, something to sweeten it, I guess.
I mean,
And it's just kind of like if they're in win now mode.
if the Chiefs, I mean, the Chiefs are always going to be in win now mode. If the Chiefs get them, just give them just give it to them. I mean, just go ahead and have the parade, get it over with. Because what the hell's the point?
Yeah.
They're probably already gonna win it anyway. Why not just give them a top 5-3 receiver in football? Yeah, why not?
Well,
Yep.
I thought the Jets connection could be valid, just the Aaron
Aaron
Rodgers.
Rodgers.
I
Yeah.
mean,
No, I mean
that could be a thing, but
no that may. I mean, it's probably. I guess yeah, the Chiefs could be in the market, but the NFL should step in and be like, guys, like, come
I don't
on.
know how they have any cap space, but it obviously doesn't exist. So,
I mean, Mahomes'
Oh
deal
man.
for how much it is the way it's structured is as cap friendly as a $500 million deal can be. But really, other than him, like Kelsey's getting paid, but like other than that, who else on the team are they like giving like fistfuls of cash to?
Chris Jones.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah,
in that
I don't even remember how much that deal was for though.
in that misogynist,
Oh,
the,
Butker.
the
Already
Butker.
said Travis Kelsey.
Get wrecked.
Yeah, man, suck it.
Uh,
Did you see that? What was it? E or Bravo or someone's having a wives and girlfriends of the Kansas City Chiefs show.
Oh,
You know who's not going to be on it? Taylor
well,
Swift
duh.
or Brittany Mahomes.
Oh,
So who?
really?
what?
Yeah, I heard Brittany
Oh, I
Mahomes was
thought
going to
Brittany
be on it.
Mahomes would have been on it for sure. That's why I was like,
I
like that's
I think
what
I
we
read.
need.
I think I read like a headline or something that said she wasn't going to be on it because apparently she's already in the spotlight enough. I guess is what.
I
What are you
mean,
talking about?
for real, like Patrick probably was like, "Yeah, you're not doing this."
Yeah, I don't want to
So
be on
like, who's
TV
it going
more.
to be? Like that chick that Kareem Hunt beat up? Like who's going to be on this show? Harrison Butker's wife, like baking an apple pie.
Just
Oh
never leaves
Lord.
the kitchen.
Yeah.
Has a bed in the kitchen.
This sounds more like a sitcom that I would watch. I mean, if we're being real, but
But yeah, I saw that neither of them were going to be on. Obviously, Taylor Swift wasn't going to be on it, but I was like,
right.
who the hell else would they put on without them two. Like, who gives a shit?
Bruh. God.
Yeah.
Man. That makes me just incredibly sad. Just
I mean, it was it was bound to happen eventually. I feel like.
Who's gonna watch that?
Nah.
stupid people.
I'm not even sure Chiefs fans would watch that.
Oh God,
Yeah, they would watch that. Are you
I
kidding me?
don't think if the Titans
Like dudes,
wives and girlfriends came out, I'd maybe watch a couple episodes, but like let's see what's going on. But after that, I'd be like, okay, this is stupid.
yeah. I don't think the dudes would watch, or at least continue watching. I don't
I don't
know.
know. Maybe one of them's got like a fat ass or
Well, okay, well there all right, all right. Well, there is an influx of Chiefs fans because of
well,
the Taylor Swift connection.
I think
So, like, I know that Taylor Swift won't be on it, but like there are enough people that have the Taylor Swift like Chiefs connection that love trashy reality TV that they will watch that. It'll be canceled soon, but people will watch it.
over under 2.5 seasons.
I'd probably go over 2.5.
Okay,
I'd say three would probably be the max.
okay. I think they overplayed their hand by saying that Taylor Swift wasn't going to be on it. Just don't
Yeah.
say it, like because then you probably get at least built in like massive viewers for the first 3 episodes. Like, hey, maybe, and
I
then
mean, she'll probably make like
after
an
that would fall
appearance or
off a cliff.
something.
Yeah, I
Who
mean, yeah, they'll
knows?
probably have some like B-roll of her, but I don't think she would.
Well, they'll probably like do some like,
B-roll.
Well,
game footage or something where
yeah,
she's there and just yeah.
or like yeah, it's something like oh, the wives love hanging out at the games, and it's just like a montage of them throughout the season, and she would be in it.
Yeah.
She's not gonna have like a talking head thing.
Oh, gotcha.
Damn.
I don't know. I kind of hate that.
Oh yeah. Um,
I don't know.
I don't know.
I might
But
check it out.
I didn't even know E
I'm
still
just kidding.
made television shows.
I think it was E. It was one of those ETLC Bravo ones, something like that.
E.
Let me look it up.
Um, trying to think of what else happened. I don't know. I think that might be it for.
I mean, Salah's gone.
Yeah. I mean, we already kind of.
We touched on that, but I mean, apparently, yeah, it was playing touchdown in London. It was like, all right, this guy's gone.
What?
It was like they got back from London. Then I think the next day they fired him.
Oh,
Yeah, it would.
yeah. I thought the way that my brain interpreted that was they landed in London.
That's the way. That's the way that that is the way that
oh,
Chris
my
said.
bad. Touchdown from London is what it
Yeah.
is. Got
Yeah.
back from my
Sorry,
bad.
that was
No, that's on me.
okay. I was like, that's an interesting series of events. All right. Well, then I'm gonna wrap this up. Okay. Is that
Yeah,
fine?
that's very fun. Yeah,
All right. My brain is clearly working at half capacity right now.
clearly.
Yeah. Um, yeah. So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We really appreciate it. Check out the link in the bio for a 15% off a premium subscription to the Trend Center app, the greatest tool for sports bettors, combining science, numbers, and history. It can help us stack some wins and trend upwards with our bankroll. Um, yes, thank you to the Trend Center. Check out them. Link in the bio. Follow us on everything. Um, link is in the bio for Bandits All Dog Parlay and his Thursday night pick. Unfortunately, he was on the run last week, and so he was unable to put out a parlay or a Thursday night pick. Um, so I'm sure that being left to your own devices is quite the challenge. So he'll be back. Don't worry, he's got you. But yes, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe. Any way that you interact with this really helps us out. Thanks. We'll see you next time. There's 3 of us. Now let's make some money. Woo. Woo.
All right.